Hello and welcome. This is Disha Maheshwari and you're watching The Ottering. I'm back with another interesting news about Tibet, China, and the tourism industry in Tibet. Tourism is booming in Tibet as more Chinese travel in country because of the coronavirus pandemic posing risks to the fragile environment and historic sites. Now let's talk about the history of Tibet and China. Since 1950, when Beijing claimed sovereignty over Tibet, China has tried to maintain a strong grip over this region. The sixth president of China, Hu Jintao, has an interesting backstory. From 1988 to 1992, he was the Communist Party leader of Tibet. As the party secretary in Tibet, Jintao suppressed an uprising. In 1989, martial law was declared in Tibet and Tibetans rose to revolt against Chinese occupation. Now, why is Tibet so important to China? The Chinese refer to Tibet as Xizang, which means the Western Treasure House. Tibet sits on the western edge of China and links China to South and Central Asia. Tibet has also been a part of key trading routes since ancient times. Since 1950, China has been occupying Tibet and looting it of all its treasures, including water, among natural resources. Now, Tibet is called Asia's water tower. The Qinghai Tibet Plateau is a crucial water source for China. Tibetan glaciers and snow-capped hills feed great rivers like the Brahmaputra, Mekong, Yangtze, and the Indus. Tibet serves as the source of 10 major Asian river systems, rivers that flow into as many as 10 countries, and China has been building dams to control the flow of waters. And there have been many water wars that have happened to claim this water. Also, according to another claim, Tibet has huge reserves of copper, lithium, gold, and silver. Most of it has been untouched because it is against the religious practice of the Tibetans to mine these lands. Beijing earns a sizable chunk of its tourism revenues from Tibet. Last year, China reported that more than 40 million tourists visited the region with the tourism revenue exceeding to $7 billion. Now, let's talk about what is the problem and what are the challenges that the Tibet government and the Tibetans are facing because of this tourism. The biggest challenge for us is the contradiction between the protection and usage of the cultural relics. Tashi, the journalist in Lhasa, told the news. He spoke during a government organized tour that our foreign journalists rare access to Tibet, but under the watchful eyes of officials who set the agenda. The growing number of tourists appear unconcerned by the political controversies long circling the Tibet. China's community forces entered the region in 1951 and the Dalai Lama, Tibet's traditional spiritual and political leader, fled to India during an abortive uprising against Chinese go to Tibet every year, and 2020 saw a 12.6% increase from the previous year, said the deputy director of the China Tourism Marketing Association. He also added that the amount of visitors would roughly double by 2026. But the glut of visitors, far exceeding Tibet's population of just 3.5 million people, means that caution is necessary to protect the Tibet's environment and culture. So this was the story about Tibet and its tourism. For more such interesting content, keep watching our channel, The Ottering. Thank you so much for watching.